My name is Abid. I am the eldest son of my family. From a young age, responsibilities seemed to fall on my shoulders. My father's illness and the struggles of our household made life far from easy. So I set aside my dreams and focused on working. But my mother, she always worried about one thing, my marriage. Every day she would say on the phone, Abid, you're getting older. Get married now or it will be too late. I avoided it for a long time, but eventually I couldn't say no to her anymore. I agreed. Then the search for a bride began. After a month, one day my mother called. Listen, I found a girl for you. She's very good. When will you come and see her? My heart skipped a beat. It was my first time going to see a girl. I felt nervous. I said, I'll let you know after taking leave. A few days later, I got 2 days off and headed home. The bus journey. At the bus counter, I asked, how much is the fare? 600 taka, the man replied. I bought the ticket and got on the bus. Sitting next to me was a quiet girl. We occasionally made eye contact, but neither of us spoke. After some time, the bus stopped for a break. I gathered courage and asked, would you like something to eat? She looked at me, but said nothing, then turned away. I felt a bit awkward and stayed quiet. The forgotten bag. After a while, she got down at her destination. I watched her leave, and once again I was alone. Later, when I was about to get down, I noticed a small bag beside the seat. I thought, is this hers? After some hesitation, I took it with me. At home, I opened the bag. Inside were important documents, certificates, ID cards. I found her name and phone number. With hesitation, I called. A trembling voice answered. Hello? I said, were you on the bus today? I have your bag. There was silence. Then she sighed in relief. Alhamdulillah, I thought everything was lost. Her voice carried gratitude, relief, and something warm. The beginning. We started talking. First about the bag, then slowly about everything. Her name was Nusrat. She was simple, but her thoughts and way of speaking felt special. The meeting. 2 days later, we met. She came to take the bag. She said, I don't know how to thank you. I smiled. No need to thank me. Just keep talking sometimes. She blushed. A strange coincidence. At home, my mother said, tomorrow we're going to see the girl. The next day, I went. Then she entered the room. I was stunned. It was her, Nusrat, the same girl from the bus. She froze too. Our eyes met, full of surprise. It felt like destiny had written this moment. Marriage and life. We both agreed. Our families agreed. The wedding was arranged quickly. Before the wedding, we talked every night. Sometimes laughing, sometimes dreaming, sometimes arguing. On the wedding day, she looked beautiful in a red sari. After bringing Nusrat home as my wife, a new chapter of my life began. Nusrat in the new home. After the wedding, when Nusrat first stepped into our house, my mother welcomed her with great love and warmth. There was a sense of relief on my mother's face, as if she had finally been freed from her biggest worry. At first, Nusrat was a bit quiet. A new environment, new people, everything was unfamiliar to her. But her behavior was so gentle and kind that within a short time everyone accepted her as their own. One day, my mother told me privately, "Abid, the girl is truly very good. Allah has sent the right person for you." I just smiled, because I knew this wasn't just a coincidence. Slowly adjusting, Nusrat quickly adapted to our family. She was not just my wife. She became my mother's daughter, my father's caregiver, and the heart of our home. During my father's illness, she would forget her own tiredness and sit beside him. Giving medicine, taking care of him, she did everything as if she had always been a part of this family. One day my father said in a weak voice, "My daughter, since you came, my pain has eased a lot." There were tears in Nusrat's eyes, but a smile on her face. The depth of our relationship. At night, we would sit on the rooftop and talk. I would share all my struggles and dreams with her, the ones I had once buried deep inside. Nusrat would say, "Start chasing your dreams again. I am with you." Her words filled me with new courage. A small misunderstanding. One day, stressed from work, I spoke harshly to her. She said nothing, just stayed quiet. At night, I saw her sitting alone on the balcony. I went to her and said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it." She softly replied, "I know, but when you're hurt, I feel hurt too." That day I understood. Love is not just about sharing happiness, but also sharing pain. The arrival of a new guest. A few days later, when we found out that a new member was coming into our family, joy spread throughout the house. My mother even cried tears of happiness. After a long time, I saw a peaceful smile on my father's face. Nusrat was cared for even more then. I took care of her every day because she was not just my wife, but the mother of my child. Fulfillment. Time passed. One day a little child came into our home. Holding the baby in my arms, I thought, a story that began with a small bag has now become something so big. Nusrat was sitting beside me. Holding her hand, I said, "Without you, this life would never have been this beautiful."